Hey everyone, and welcome back. Happy Wednesday. All right, guys, so a couple things. One, I have my phone open currently because I am waiting for this genuine announcement that she said, hold on, she literally said, I will be finally speaking my truth tomorrow now that I'm allowed to. I will be taking questions after. Thank you to all those who support me. Okay. We're still waiting on the announcement, which is driving me absolutely insane because I'm watching my phone. I'm like, when are you doing it? Because I want us to all come back here and talk about it. Now, we don't have the announcement yet, so it is what it is. And we're also not getting a new episode of Orange County tonight. But we are getting the second part of Vanderpump Rules. And that's exactly what we're back to talk about today. Guys, we're back to talk about Scheana Shay, and she is claiming that a lot of people heard things about Randall's alleged cheating, and this was years ago. But Lala, well, we have all the details. Before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like, and thank you to Reality Blurb, Scheana Marie is claiming that while Lala Kent confronted her and the Vanderpump Rules stars about what they may have been keeping from her in regard to inappropriate behavior of her former fiance, Randall Emmett, at the season 9 reunion, she had previously shut down any talk about the television and film producer. Now, this isn't really news. If you guys remember watching Lala on the show, anytime somebody would say or mention Randall in a way that was not in his favor, it was like, don't you dare talk about my man. He's a stand-up man. How dare you? You're sick. And it's like, whoa. You did not want to talk about Randall Emmett to Lala Kent because she is a ride or die, was there for him. Doesn't matter what you had to say. She didn't want to hear about it. But now she's claiming that she did. So it's a different story. In an interview ahead of the two-part reunion, Scheana said she believes both James Kennedy and Kristen Doty came forward with information about Randall. Interesting. Of course it was Kristen. I think James and Kristen had said that they had heard things years ago. But at the time, if anyone who had heard anything would have brought this up to Lala, she would have shut it down. This is what Scheana told Us Weekly on January 24th. She says, now I wish people would have came to me, but at the same time, if people did come to her and she didn't shut it down and she did leave him, she wouldn't have Ocean. So leave it up to Scheana to be the true, let's find a positive out of this, glass half full. And that's a good way to look at it too. I mean, even though there was obviously a lot of pain and bad that came out of this relationship with Randall, she does have her beautiful little daughter. So, okay, there's positive here. There's positive. Now, we know that Lala Kent welcomed her daughter Ocean with Randall in March of last year, just 8 months before she allegedly caught him cheating and moved out of their Bel Air home. Okay. Although Lala believes her castmates should have told her what they heard about her ex-fiance, Scheana pointed out that it's hard to decipher what's true and what's false, especially when it comes to online rumors, especially considering that most of the cast has faced bullshit claims about their partners at one point or another. She even gave us an example and said, I remember sitting with Ariana one night and she gets a message on her phone that was like, I was with your man, Tom Sandoval last night. And she's like, really? Because we were watching a movie in bed. Okay. So people say things like that all the time. And I think anything anyone had heard, they just dismissed because we thought it was bullshit, which is fair. I'm sure there are going to be many allegations and accusations to come. Lisa Hochstein was just on Watch What Happens Live. If you don't know her, she's one of the original Real Housewives of Miami. She's amazing. She legitimately, she's amazing. I love her lifestyle. I don't know her as a person, but she's legitimately had so many rumors started about her and her husband that they're swingers and everything. And she's like, you know what? People just like to talk. And that's the same thing here. Well, it was until it wasn't. And come to find out from what Lala's saying, Randall was doing everything that they were saying in the first place. This is a lot. Okay, let's keep going. While filming the reunion special in December, Lala told her co-stars that Randall's, his supposed creeping should have been brought to her attention and admitted to feeling disgusted by his behavior. But as viewers saw in a sneak peek, Scheana responded by giving a nod to Lala's claim that Randall was a stand-up man, compared to her own fiance, Brock Davies, who she repeatedly criticized for failing to see his children who live in Australia and falling behind on child support. Scheana went on to say that James, who recently said he'd never say never to a reconciliation, isn't Lala's type, and noted that she has someone different in mind when it comes to her co-star's future love. She said, I have a very good man who was interested in her when the time is right, so I can't wait to hopefully play matchmaker. I don't know about that, but I want to know more about this man, though. I'm interested. Like, is he, first of all, I feel like, and who am I to say what Lala is looking for in a man, right? Because we've seen, you know, people who have been on these shows before and they've been married to millionaires and then they've, you know, gotten a divorce and got with other people who aren't quite millionaires. Like, for example, and this is no shade, Fallon is now with Jalen Banks, who's now Jalen Peanut, but Fallon was with Simon and they lived in a multi-million-dollar mansion. Now, while we don't know what Jalen's income is, and it doesn't matter, Simon has slammed him as a few different words and also said that he doesn't make any money. I'm sure he makes fine money and I'm sure he does great for himself, but is it in the same comparison to Simon? You know, not a lot of people make millions of dollars, so maybe not. But at the end of the day, Fallon proved to us that it doesn't matter about the money because she ended up marrying who she calls her best friend, and Lala might end up getting with somebody who doesn't have a lot of money either. Who knows? But also, I feel like on her list, it would be someone with a job, someone who is grown up, an adult, who can also take the responsibility of being a step parent, someone who has a little cash, let's be honest, and maybe even somebody in the limelight. I don't know who she's going. I'm curious. Guys, with that, we will be going live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. to talk about the Vanderpump Rules reunion part 2. And of course, I'm still checking right now, and Jenny Wynn is still not live. So we'll be waiting around. We set the live for tonight. Originally, it was set at 5, but if she's not coming on yet, she still hasn't come on. I'm sure she's going to be on for over an hour. I wonder if she's going to try to cut into Vanderpump Rules or what she's going to do. I don't know. Or if she'll even cancel the announcement, or her truth that she's calling it, if she'll cancel it and then just do it at a different time. We're not sure what she's going to do, but what we do know is I have this on alert. I am waiting, and I am waiting to talk about it with all of you. Also, guys, we will be going live at 9:30 a.m. in the morning for another round of Wake Up and Adam. That's me. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us for that. I do want you to comment below. And what do you think about Scheana being the one to find Lala a new man? Are we here for it or no? And are you buying the fact that they've all heard things about Randall in the past? I'm going to go with I believe that. And I also believe that Lala would have ripped their heads off. Sorry, Lala. Guys, go ahead, do all the commenty things. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.